Hello and welcome to RESTCon by Reset Hacker. I am Priyanshu Ratnakar and today I will talk about my topic cybersecurity and the rise of startups. So here this is me Priyanshu Ratnakar. This is me here. I'm a cybersecurity practitioner. I'm also an entrepreneur, founder of a startup called Protocolax. We provide IT solution and services. You can find all the details on internet. So now without wasting any more time, let's begin to our today's session. So before we begin, I would like to mention a quote. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not to fear the results of 100 battles. If you know yourself but not the enemy, for every victory gained, you will also suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will succumb in every battle. And in the world of cyber, you neither know your enemy nor yourself. So before we start, let's understand the industries. Cybersecurity companies or IT security consulting firms manage IT security services such as firewalls, intrusion, prevention, security threat analysis, proactive security vulnerability, and pen testing and incident preparation and response, which includes IT forensics. In an increasingly digital world, it's no surprise that cybercrimes are on the rise. According to a recent research, the financial toll on businesses is also skyrocketing. A 2019 IBM report shows that the average data breach cost 3.92 million US dollars. Cybercrime has become a global epidemic. Attacks will cost the world around 6 trillion US dollars by 2021. Research firm Cybersecurity Ventures says the greatest transfer of economic wealth in history and more profitable than the trade in all major illegal drugs. These high financial stakes are driving big demand for cybersecurity services. Large companies have budget to hire cybersecurity staff, but small and mid-sized business typically cannot afford full-time cybersecurity employees. This is where cybersecurity expertise can turn into a successful security solution business. You can help protect these smaller companies from cyber risk, data breaches, cyber attacks, malware, phishing scams, and other digital threats. If you are thinking of starting a cybersecurity firm, so today I'm going to help you in this, but first you should follow these steps to lay the groundwork for a successful business. So now you have to decide what needs to concentrate on. Most cybersecurity companies tend to offer general services that are standard security services that our company is expected to offer. That is why it seemed that there are no niche areas in these industries. But on the other hand, some cybersecurity companies may decide to major in. But on the other hand, some cybersecurity companies may decide to major in areas such as providing cybersecurity compliance services, providing firewall management services, providing email and cloud services, providing IT protection consulting services, custom security software development, securing system design and integration, existing security system management. The level of competition in the industry, no matter the line of business you decide to pitch your tent, you're still going to compete with the others who are into the same line of business with the experience of years. And cybersecurity services business is not an exemption. The level of competition in the cybersecurity services industry depends largely on your area of specialization, like how big and organized your cybersecurity services company is. The truth is that no matter the level of competition in an industry, you have to done your due diligence and your brand and promote your products or services properly. You will always make headway in the industry. Just ensure you have what it takes to prefer the right solution to public and organizations, cybersecurity concerns, and you know how to reach out your target market. So now what happens during a typical day at internet security company? First of all, identify emerging threats on the internet and find weakness in operating system, apps and networks. You have to find out the loopholes in the network, in the system. Second, develop new patches that can protect clients' data and system from an attack. You can get an example from a system update or antivirus update. So what these companies do, they release patches with the update. You have to install that update and it patches the loophole that previously that someone have reported or exploited it. Constantly expand knowledge of new devices, software, firmware, network architect, etc. You have to update yourself. Like you have to learn what new thing is coming in the market. You have to update yourself with all the new exploit, new vulnerabilities, new techniques. new scams, all the new things that have came in the market in recent days. Stay current with the latest programming language. You have to update yourself with the all latest programming languages that is coming in the market. Like in previous time we deal with C, C++, but now we have different languages like Dragon, Kotlin, and Swift. Point 5. Developing marketing campaigns to reach out new customers in the PC and corporate world. You have to run ads, you have to advertise yourself to reach out with the large audience. Conduct person to person sales of products and services to build a better personal relation with the clients. Next point, repair networks, servers, computers that you have come under attack. Provide 24 into 7 support for clients through the phone, online, and in person when needed. It makes the image of a company better. It shows that you are a sincere, you are punctual. Handle payroll, vendors, and maintain offices. Hire and develop new talents. Now, moving to the next slide, develop a business plan tailored to cybersecurity. Some business opt to become an authority for a certain field or industry. For example, do you want to target a specific industry such as finance or healthcare? Define your target market and analyze it. Early on, you need to choose the focus of your cybersecurity business. Some businesses opt to become an authority. Others choose to present themselves in a particular area for cybersecurity. They may want to be known of their deep knowledge of access control or network security regarding of industry. This decision should be based on your skill set, right? But also on the market analysis. If you know the competition, you can identify the potential opportunities. Who are your current competitors? You have to find out your competitors, like what they are doing, what the services they are providing, what are your competitors strength and weaknesses. You have to find out your competitors strength and weaknesses, like what they are mainly specific at, what the best services they are providing, and what services they are not providing that you can use to help yourself with. How are you different from the competition? You have to give better schemes, you have to provide better solutions, better services. How can you take market share from your away from your competitors? You have to build your brand, you have to promote your brand, you have to build a personal relation with the clients. How might competitors react when you enter the market? Of course no one wants competitor of their in the market, so you have to make yourself ready to deal with your competitor. They will try to put you down, but you have to compete with them. Moving next, decide what needs to concentrate on. Most cybersecurity companies tend to offer general services that a standard cybersecurity company is expected to offer. That is why it seemed that there are no niche areas in the industries. But on the other hand, some cybersecurity companies may decide to major in the areas such as providing cybersecurity compliance services, cybersecurity firewall management services, providing email and cloud services, providing other IT protection services, custom software development, system designing and integration, existing security system management, and developing tools, which I will talk to later on. Next, choose your company's legal structure. The legal structure of a business is critical. It impacts everything from daily operations to taxes and financial risk. Here are the five most common company structures. First one is sole proprietorship. This is the simplest structure and the easiest to set up because there's virtually nothing to set up. It's business run by one person who reports company profit losses on an individual tax return. However, you can be held personally liable for the debt and obligation of businesses, as there's no legal difference between you and your business. Second one, partnership. This is the simplest structure of company owned by two or more people. Each person reports profit of personal tax returns. The most common type of partnerships are limited partners LP and limited liability partners LLP. Next one we are going to discuss is limited liability companies. Limited liabilities companies, LLC, and LLC is a something of hybrid between a sole proprietorship and a partnership. It limits owner's liability and separates your personal assets from your business, but owners still report any income tax and expenses from the business on their personal income tax return. Next one is our S corporation. With S Corp, you can pay yourself a salary and are responsible for all the payroll taxes. Any remaining profit can be distributed to the owner as distributions. The advantage is the lower tax rate on distribution, but this option include more cost, rules, and paperworks. And the last one, C Corporation. Under this structure, the corporation is separate legal entity that can earn a profit, be taxed, and be held legally liable. It can have an unlimited number of shareholders with the limited liability of the company's debt, but they can be taxed on by earning. Before you choose a structure, it's wise to talk with business counselors, accountants, and or CA to figure out which arrangement is best for you. Find the right location. Beyond your ideal location, you should also take into account your startup up capital if you need to hire and the nature of your startup business when deciding where to set up shop. Your option include like corona showed us that the work from home can be considered easily. So moving to our the first point is work from home. Working from home, small businesses owners who have go to this route have many advantages, like there's no lengthy commute or distractions of typical workplace. Plus you get an improved work life balance, but it can be lonely and it requires self discipline to stay on task, and that's the most important things that I will consider, the self discipline to stay on the task. Moving to the next point, co-working spaces. This option offer flexibility along with the penalty of perks and amenities, as well as the company culture that you don't have been working from home. But the set hours, lack of privacy, and limited room to grow might not fit with your plans, but it's okay. The last one is leasing or buying office space. Having a commercial office space for your business offer taxes benefits and fixed cost of your businesses, but the upfront cost can be steep. This option also won't provide the same flexibility as home office or co-working space. If you do rent or lease a space, you will also need to purchase commercial property insurance. This policy is typically required in the rental agreement that it will protect your business's building, like furniture, supplies, and all the other stuffs and equipment. Next, what will your client expect in the end? Peace of mind. You know, you can't provide guarantees, but this is what they will expect, that nothing will happen to their data. But unfortunately, you will have to explain to them that there are no guarantees. If you don't, something will get through and you will be blamed. No matter how great security solutions are, sometimes they fail. What you can do is be honest and tell them if they want a higher level of security, they will have to pay for it. And they may not like this, but this is the truth. When it comes to cybersecurity, credibility is so important. Trust is also essential in the equation, but trust goes both ways. Make sure you offer security awareness trainings and education for your clients' employees. If they aren't trained to recognize phishing attempts and cybersecurity threats, all your efforts can be defeated. You can offer training and they don't accept it. You cannot be entirely at fault if they are pleased, but you have to provide your best services. You have to do your best. What about marketing a cybersecurity business? Stop selling and build relationships. Once you do, the sale will come. You can do this without spending money by using Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I know I have always told my MSP clients that they must think of themselves as a marketing company that specializes in tech. This is true, but today using media to market is so important that I am going to change. This is a media company that specializes in tech. Reach out and educate your prospects about cybersecurity with medias like videos, webinars, blogs, etc. Provide them easy to use cybersecurity tips to promote your services. This will help you understand out from other MSPs. Email them one tip per week. Provide them the downloadable cybersecurity reports via email or your websites. Hold cybersecurity webinars or live seminars in your local area. When spending money on social media, Facebook ad campaign will give you the best returns today. All of this will promote you as a cybersecurity expert and build that sense of trust that's no necessary in order to succeed is the business. It will also help you to get a foot in the door. As we move forward in the digital age, cybersecurity should be a core business objective. No matter how large a small business is, and being proactive can only protect you. Make it a priority today. You have to convince your customers, your clients, that cybersecurity is how much important in this generation, in this time. Cybersecurity in India. Cybersecurity attacks and breaches in the country have jumped as much as 500 since the lockdown was first announced in March, according to a research by Hindustan Times, I guess. India ranks third in the terms of highest number of internet users in the world after USA and China. The number has grown sixfold between 2012 to 2017, when Geo came through. Our all the internet users grown so massively with a compound annual growth rate of 44%. In India, India secures a spot amongst the top 10 spam sending countries in the world alongside USA. India was ranked among the top 5 countries to be affected by cybercrimes according to a report by Simon Tech. These all show how our India is facing cyber attacks, and which means that the rise of necessity of cybersecurity will also increase, and that's how the entrepreneurship or cybersecurity firm or cybersecurity startup will arise. So here are some data and numbers I would like to show you. Here you can see that 5 crore 28 lakh 20,874 is the number of local threats in quarter 1 2020 in India. 4 crore 7 lakh 57 is the, according to a firm, the number of local threats detected in quarter 4 2019 was. So you can see the difference between them, like how the cybercrime have increased rapidly, and 5 lakh cyber attacks we face daily. Now, I would like to show you a recent video clip of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi from the recent Independence Day, and here you go.
बदलती हुई टेक्नोलॉजी में साइबर स्पेस, ये हमारी निर्भरता बढ़ती ही जाने वाली है। लेकिन साइबर स्पेस में खतरे भी जुड़े हुए होते हैं, भली भांति दुनिया इससे अब परिचित है, और इनसे देश के सामाजिक ताने बाने, हमारी अर्थव्यवस्था और हमारे देश के विकास पर भी खतरे पैदा करने का ये आसान मार्ग बन सकता है। और इसलिए भारत इसमें बहुत सचेत है, भारत बहुत सतर्क है और इन खतरों का सामना करने के लिए फैसले ले रहा है। इतना ही नहीं, नई व्यवस्थाएं भी लगातार विकसित की जा रही है। बहुत ही अल्प समय में नई साइबर सुरक्षा रणनीति, इसका एक पूरा खाका देश के सामने आएगा। आने वाले समय में सब इकाइयों को जोड़ करके हम इस साइबर सिक्योरिटी के अंदर सबको एक साथ चलना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए आगे बढ़ने की रणनीति बनाएंगे। आपने सोचा होगा, क्या कभी इतना तेजी से गांव तक ऑनलाइन क्लासेस का इतना माहौल बन जाएगा? कभी कभी आफत में भी कुछ ऐसी चीजें उभर करके आ जाती हैं, नई ताकत दे देती हैं। और इसलिए आपने देखा होगा, कोरोना काल में ऑनलाइन क्लासेस एक प्रकार से कल्चर बन गया है। आप देखिए, ऑनलाइन डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन वो भी कैसे बढ़ रहे हैं। भीम यूपीआई गत एक महीने में, यानी किसी को भी गर्व होगा कि भारत जैसे देश में यूपीआई भीम के द्वारा गत एक महीने में 3 लाख करोड़ रुपए का ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है। ये अपने आप में हम किस प्रकार से बदली हुई स्थितियों को स्वीकार करने लगे हैं, ये इसका नमूना है। आप देखते हैं, 2014 से पहले हमारे देश में 5 दर्जन पंचायतें, 5 दर्जन पंचायतों में ऑप्टिकल फाइबर था। गत 5 वर्ष में 1.5 लाख ग्राम पंचायतों तक ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क पहुंच चुका है, जो आज इतना मदद कर रहा है। सभी पंचायतों में पहुंचने के लक्ष्य के साथ हमने काम शुरू किया था। जो 1 लाख पंचायतें बाकी हैं, वहां भी तेजी से काम चल रहा है, लेकिन बदली पड़ी हुई परिस्थिति में गांव की भी डिजिटल इंडिया में भागीदारी अनिवार्य बन गई है। गांव के लोगों को भी इस प्रकार की ऑनलाइन सुविधाओं की जरूरत बढ़ गई है। इसको ध्यान में रखते हुए पहले जो हमने कार्यक्रम बनाया था, हर पंचायत तक पहले पहुंचेंगे, लेकिन आज मैं आपसे बताना चाहूंगा कि अब हमने तय किया है कि सभी 6 लाख से ज्यादा जो हमारे गांव है, उन सभी गांवों में ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क पहुंचाया जाएगा। जरूरत बदली है तो हमने प्रायोरिटी भी बदली है। 6 लाख से अधिक गांवों में हजारों लाखों किलोमीटर ऑप्टिकल फाइबर का काम चलाया जाएगा और हमने तय किया है 1000 दिन में 1000 दिन के अंदर अंदर देश के 6 लाख से अधिक गांवों में ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क काम पूरा कर दिया जाएगा।
So now, as you saw that our Prime Minister told us about the NCSS 2020. So now let's understand what is NCSS 2020. The Government of India is formulating a National Cyber Security Strategy 2020, that is NCSS 2020, for 5 years, that is 2020 to 2025. This strategy is to ensure safe, secure, trusted, resilient and vibrant cyberspace for our nation's prosperity. India has 36 different central bodies to look after cyber issues. Each organization has its own reporting structure and CERT, Indian Computer Emergency Response Team. On the other hand, countries like US, Singapore, etc. have a national cybersecurity organization that deals with cyber threats. In the year 2016, banks announced that details of 3.2 million debit cards were leaked. In 2018, Cosmos Bank based in Pune lost Rs 94 crore in malware attack. In September 2019, the Kundankulam nuclear plant was attacked via malware. India's digital economy comprises as 40 to 15% of its total economy, and it's expected to rise up to 20% by 2024. Thus, there is an urgent need for India to upgrade its cyberspace and strategy. Many countries around the globe are resorting to digital warfare, and hackers are targeting business organizations and government processes. Amidst this, India needs enhanced cybersecurity guidelines and standards to keep a check on cyber vulnerabilities and cyber responses. The legacy Windows XP systems are still used at many places in India, which are prone to cyber attacks. Thus, this is the need for an upgraded cybersecurity strategy in India, and that's what NCSS 2020 is doing. Now, start developing tools for private, government, and public organizations. Like you can develop tools for private organization. You can also develop OSINT tools for government and police agencies, and they are looking for some organizations or some persons to help them in developing cyber safety and intelligence tools. You can also develop tools for public for their safety, like antivirus and awareness kinds of applications and many more. Let me show you some examples for you, and here goes our first one. Safe by Lucidius. Safe is an application developed by cybersecurity firm Lucidius. SAFE stands for Security Assessment Framework for Enterprise, a cloud-based mobile-first approach to access the cybersecurity awareness of all the employees and help quantify cyber risk posed by the workforce and improve overall information security awareness within the organization. Surakshit app. Last month, when I was doing an internship with Gurugram Police, where my team developed an Android application, Surakshit Legitimacy Detection Tool project, we have developed the URL Authentication Detection Tool. This tool is built for both mobile and application and web application. The mobile application uses the API from the virustotal.com to check whether the site is malicious or not. It will help to analyze the suspicious files and URLs to detect types of malware automatically. The machine learning model is deployed for the web application which works on the algorithms. So that's it for today. Thank you everyone for being a wonderful audience and being a part of RESTCon. I highly appreciate Team Reset Hacker for giving me this opportunity. I hope you all have learned something new and got a basic idea of how to start a cybersecurity firm in India and how it actually works. These are my social media handles. Feel free to contact with me and ping me if you have any question or any doubt. I would love to interact with you all. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.